All right, so breaking news. There is going to be things that happen in this journey that cannot be measured by the scale. You are going to see improvements in yourself that are not ever going to show up in your weight loss. And what do I mean by that? When I work with a coaching client, I usually do an initial assessment where I get to know them. And if they come to me and they say, okay, Heather, I want to stop binging, and I find out they're binging 7 nights a week or 5 days out of the week, if there's somebody who tends to only track 2 or 3 days out of the week and then they fall off, or if there's somebody who tends to graze and emotionally eat every afternoon. My goal as a coach is to see improvements in those behaviors with or without results showing up on the scale, because here's how you want to think about it. If the foundation of your home is not solid, it doesn't matter what you do to lose weight, you'll regain it again. And this is what I mean by that. If we don't fix those underlying issues with the foundation of this house, if this person doesn't stop grazing, if they don't stop emotionally eating, if they don't stop binge eating, and really learn how to deal with life stressors differently, they can follow any prescribed diet for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 months. It doesn't really matter. But as soon as life comes at them, if they have learned no other ways of coping or dealing or finding a new way to think of food and their actions, they will always break down. They will always go to food. And then ultimately the weight they've lost will come back. So when I'm coaching somebody, I'm looking sometimes for more consistency with certain behaviors and habits, and they might not show any result on the scale. So you might have somebody who goes from, they track 2 or 3 days out of the week and then they fall off, and then they get to 7 days and they're consistent, but they aren't hitting a calorie deficit. What they might think to themselves is, oh, yeah, I'm tracking every day, but I'm not losing weight. The goal of tracking every day is not to lose weight at first. It's just to get you tracking every day, because without that foundational habit of you tracking, of you being self-aware, of you understanding your caloric intake, you won't be able to successfully keep and maintain a deficit. So you have to kind of change your thinking about this and realize that as you're changing your eating habits, as you're changing how you behave with food, you are looking for action-based outcomes like, okay, now I'm tracking 100% of the time. Now I'm only binging a couple nights a week versus every night of the week. Now I don't graze out of the pantry. I actually sit down and eat my food off of a plate. These are all huge improvements with or without weight loss happening on the scale. But by you changing all those things, when you are ready to take a calorie deficit and actually lose weight, you'll be capable of doing it. And not only will you be capable of doing it for weight loss purposes, but then when you transition into maintenance, you'll know how to do it for that as well. So I just want to encourage you, don't think the scale is the only thing that gives you feedback on your success. Write out what your initial behaviors are with food, how you tend to eat, how you tend to behave. And then as you make a plan to change, really pay attention to how you improve over time. That is a victory in of itself. And I know it's hard. It's probably way easier for my clients to take that information in because it's coming from me versus themselves. But promising you this, if all of those behaviors change, a lot of these ones I've outlined with food and eating behaviors, over time, you hitting a calorie goal, getting to your weight is possible, and you'll be able to keep it off long term. So please be patient with yourself. Please realize this is more than just daily weight. It really comes down to long-term habits and eating behaviors. You have a great day. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let me know in the comments what videos might be helpful for you on your weight loss journey. You take care, and I'll talk to you soon.